Y'all, you know, God has been sending me little signs here and there that I need to be in content creation. I know that sounds kind of crazy to be like, oh, God wants me to do this. But I truly feel that way. I truly feel that way, especially after last night. Oh, God. Let me find some shorts because I'm going to have to go in Planet Fitness and use the bathroom. My stomach hurts. I needed my sleeping bag last night because it was so cold. So I was trying to pull information from the Hodge twins. I just don't understand how I go live and they go live at the same time. And they're essentially talking about the same thing that I was talking about. Hold on one second. I'm trying to put shorts on. So I have socks on now. It's cold. It's a little tad bit chilly this morning. What is going on with my... What in the 17th century is going on? Where's the clip? Oh my God, it's like a rat nest in there. All right. Y'all, when we were talking about numbers yesterday, guess who else was talking about numbers? Okay, this is so crazy. Good morning. When me and you guys were talking last night and I was at McDonald's and I was trying to explain to you guys that the Biden administration has not added enough jobs. It's so crazy because last week I said, okay, the Biden administration added 114,000 new jobs, but we have 1 million people out of work. Remember? I said that. So last night, sorry, this colder weather. Last night, when I'm on live with you guys, lo and behold, the Hodge twins, it's dropping a video at the very same time that I'm on live with you guys bitching about numbers, telling you guys that we don't have enough jobs, especially for 10 million immigrants, okay? We already have Americans. The unemployment is spiking, okay? And it keeps going up. And people can't find work. People that are unemployed cannot find work because there are no jobs. This is what I've been trying to tell people for over a year because this has been my experience. At the same time that I was talking to you guys and telling you about different companies that were filing for Chapter 11, all of these businesses that are going out of business this year, all of the businesses that have already went out of business and laid thousands of people off, at the very same time, the Hodge twins dropped a video from Fox News stating that they revised some shit, and come to find out our government's been lying to us. We have 818,000 missing jobs. So I was right. We have 1 million jobs missing. This is going to be so bad in 25. We have 11 million new immigrants. We have millions of people out of work, and there's nowhere for them to go work. And this has been my fear for the past 4 years. And I'm literally getting chill bumps talking about this because people don't understand how huge of a problem this is going to be. When you have half of the fucking country needing work and there is no work, they just starve. It causes a fucking depression, okay? And that's where we're headed. And this is what I've been able to see without being smart enough to know how to put it into words. How can I see these patterns, but I don't know how to put them into words? Imagine being able to see shit burning around you, but not being smart enough to know how to put it into context for others to help them. To be able to see it, but not be able to put it into context. And this is exactly why I want to go back to school. It's why I've wanted to go back to school. It's no coincidence to me that I was dropping a video at the very same time these guys were. That is a sign from God for me that I need to be doing this. I just need to get educated, you know? And it really sucks that I've been saying this for 6 months, over 6 months, and nobody would listen. And then they drop a video and, you know, everybody's like, what? Oh my God, what? You know, and it's like, bro, hold up, wait a minute. I said this was going to happen. I just didn't know how to put it into words. And I did. Yesterday, I did a very good job of that, talking about these businesses, talking about how many more businesses there is to come that are going to shut down. Chapter 11 bankruptcy completely closes a business. And y'all seen how many there were. That was just this year. And that's just a few of them. That is not all of them. That is just a few. So if we have half of Americans out of work, and there's nowhere for them to work because all of the businesses have shut down. I mean, it's crazy that technology is supposed to be up on the up and up, and we have 10 of the largest technology-based companies laying people off left and right. Could you imagine? If you say that I sell drugs, you will be blocked, you will be reported, and you will never be on this channel again. So he says that the Hodge twins was saying that the Biden administration did this on purpose. They absolutely did it on purpose. They've been lying to us for the past 4 years. They don't want us to know the truth. The less you know, the better. They're treating you like a child. They're saying don't tell Jessica. She'll tell the whole town, so don't tell her. Okay, you see what they're treating you like a child. They don't want you to know the truth. We all knew that they were lying. I mean, we can tell by the damn polls. You see these street people that go out and poll people. Those are the people that you need to be listening to, because those are the people that are going to actually show up and vote. The polls are a lie. The Harris administration has bought and paid for the fucking media, so the media is lying to us. It's not rocket science. Listen, and I'm not very fucking smart, and I can see it. I can see what's going to happen, and I don't understand how people who are smarter than me don't see it. We are so fucked. You know, this revision that they came out and told us the true numbers for, I have no doubt that revision is still fucking wrong. I think that me personally, I think that there are more people out of work currently. How can I put it? I think that the illegal immigration, the 11 million to 22 million people that we have here now, I think that is going to take American jobs from Americans that actually need to work. Now we know that we have almost 1 million jobs that are missing. They just disappeared. They just went out of business. They filed for bankruptcy. They didn't have the money to keep operating. That's 1 million jobs that 1 million Americans could be able to work, but they're not, because of the Biden administration. This is what the Biden administration wants to do. They want to kill the middle class. They want the poor and the rich, and that's it. And they've successfully, in a matter of 4 years, essentially been able to do that. Watching these street pollers, man, anyone that votes for Kamala, I mean, honestly, you have to be straight degenerate. You have to be. You have to be completely degenerate to think that this woman is going to help us at all. If you cannot see the pattern of behavior from the Biden administration to the Harris administration, if you can't see that, you are part of the problem. And you don't need to be voting. You are a danger to your country. If you think that Harris needs to be in office, you are an absolute danger. You are too young to be voting. Your brain's not developed. If you're 35, then there's no hope for you. There is zero reason why you would want to vote for Harris. Zero. She's trash. She's a liar. She's a con artist. She's over here. You know what else they found out? This revision found out? they've racked up $20 million, and freaking Biden has lined his pockets with additional $20 million just this year. There's your motive, folks. You know, you would think that people would look at a man like Donald Trump, who has never taken a fucking penny from this government. Not a penny. He don't even want his paycheck. You would think that smart people would look at that and say, wait a second, here's a man who doesn't even want this money, who's never caused a war. How many have we had under Biden and Harris? 3 wars. But Trump's the one that's going to fucking send us to war. Trump actually went to bat so that we didn't go to war. He knows that it's dangerous to go to war. That's the problem, see. The Biden-Harris administration wants to make money off of war. They genuinely do not care about the lives that they are affecting, the children that are being inflicted in pain and suffering, and the families that are suffering. They don't care because they're making money. They make money off of war. They absolutely do. I don't know how, but I just know that they do. That's the motive, honey. That's the motive, the money. So, you know, we've had 3 fucking wars under Biden and Harris. 0 wars under Trump. Nobody looks at that. They just call him a rapist and a fucking racist and a fucking whatever. And he's not. He's not. That man has done more for black communities and impoverished communities and fucking low-income communities than most presidents. And immigrants as well. He's helped tons of immigrants. He personally hires them at his hotels. I know this because I was in Durrell, and when I was in Durrell, the bartenders that waited on us was all fucking Hispanic. This was 10 years ago at Trump Towers. But this is a man that's racist. Give me a fucking break. I'm so sick of hearing that shit. It's almost like the fucking the supporters of Harris and them, they don't even know what a racist is. They don't even recognize that they are on the racist team. Like, oh, you voted for Biden, you're a racist. Like, sorry, not sorry. Let's flip this shit around, okay? Seriously, we should, because it's the truth. They're the racists. Not every. Most people I've met on the left were absolutely racist. So I find it humorous that everybody wants to say that people that support Trump are racist. That's not been my experience. My experience is every rich person, and when I say rich, I mean millionaire. Every millionaire that I've ever met was racist. And they were all voting Democrat. And they will be voting for Harris, without a doubt. Blatantly racist people in the South. The only Democrats I've ever really knew. It's just crazy that we're here and they're trying to say that she's winning in the polls and that she's getting on up there. Don't believe that shit, you guys. Don't believe it for a fucking minute. We all know the media lies. We all know that they're going to say what they want to say just to try to fucking win. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about a person's character. If they'll lie to you once, they're going to continue to lie to you because they know that they can get by with it. That's the Biden and Harris. Okay, these people, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about winning. They care about winning. That's it. That is all they care about, is winning. They don't give a crap about you and me and making things better for our lives. They care about winning. That's the goal. They just want to get in there and say that they got the first black female president. Tell you what, y'all keep voting with your damn 2 brain cells. Y'all gonna be standing in line for fucking beans and rice and porridge, and then your dumb ass is gonna know it. Porridge, sir? Can I have some porridge, Miss Harris? Can I have some porridge? Dumbasses. We're literally in the middle of a fucking economic crisis. And people are still out here just blinded by it all. You know, anytime I ever went through hardships in my life, when I was able to confront the issue and actually start healing, I did my research. I dug in and I start saying, what led to this? How did this fucking happen? Let me fix this. That's the normal process for healing. That's the normal process for learning things. If something pisses you off and you have a feeling that it's not correct, get mad, get over it, and then get smart. Go find out some information on it. And, these people don't do this. They bitch and they complain and they say, oh, we're broke. And then you ask them, well, who are you going to vote for? And they say, Kamala. Well, did you not do any research? Did you not see that the reason that we're in this situation is because of her and her administration? They don't do that. They're just like, it's Trump, it's Trump, it's Trump. They blame it on him when it's not him. Life was much better under him. Everybody agrees with that. If you don't, then you're part of the problem. But what I'm saying is these people, they just believe everything the Biden administration says, and they never do any research. And they don't get angry. That's the crazy part. They just stick with them. Listen, politics, it's supposed to favor you. You're supposed to be voting for the best for you, for your family. You don't keep voting for people that put you trillions of dollars in debt, got you involved in fucking wars, and is trying to pass laws to make little kids cut their tits off. Like, I just don't understand. Like, all right, life has gotten worse over the past 4 years. You're broker. Get angry. Stop voting for the same people that did this to you, baby. It's the Harris-Biden administration that did this. Why are you going to vote for them again? They gave you 4 years of their lives. And what did they do? Nothing. So why would you vote for somebody like that again? I just don't understand. I'm starting to see that a lot of people don't go through the logical, steps. A lot of people, when they come to the angry step, they turn it on Trump. Like, what? No, you're supposed to get angry and then smart from the anger, No, you don't get angry and then turn it around on Trump and say that he's the problem. No, that's not logical whatsoever. And once again, you voted for this shit. Why would you vote for her again? So I hear that JFK is, he's going to essentially drop out and he is due to endorse Trump. I love this. Listen, I like JFK. I think he's a great guy. Okay, whatever. Don't marry him, though. That comes with a curse. But for real, I think that for a Democrat, I don't think he's a bad dude. I think that JFK is one of the old school Democrats that are still left. And I think that, unfortunately, if it were not for Trump, he might have had a shot in hell. But unfortunately, with the popularity of Trump and the fact that so many people want Trump back in there, JFK has just not got good numbers. I think that when I saw he was setting it at 6% favored, so you're not going to win an election at 6% favored, So he is due to drop out of the race, and he is said to be endorsing Donald Trump. So that's great. I think that is a powerhouse move. I think that sends a loud message to Democrats who were going to vote for JFK to vote for Trump. I hope so. I hope that people wisen up, because I am scared, y'all. Like, seriously, I'm going to post some clips from the revised the million jobs that we're out of. I'm going to post a clip from the Hodge twins last night. I'm also going to post a clip from Fox News so that you can see this revision that took place yesterday. I can't wait till I can hire somebody. Yo, when I got off alive with you guys. We were talking about bankruptcy and stuff like that. All of these businesses that were going on. I got off alive with you guys. And the first video that popped on my feed was the Hodge twins. And so I click on it. And it says, breaking news. Oh my God, we find out the Biden administration has been lying again. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we're missing almost 1 million jobs out of the economy. I got so mad. I said, are you kidding me? I just did this. Oh man, I can't wait to hire somebody and get some help with this someday, because I know that I know what I know. I just don't know how I know it, number one. And number two, I'm not good with editing. We all know this, listen. But I know without a doubt that this is what I want to be doing. I want to be talking about these things because I care about these things. It's not just about me. I care about you guys too. And, you know, I care about these things. This is what fires me up. The lies from the fucking left. Crooked ass sons of bitches. Seriously. So it's what I'm going to continue to do. However, I am in another state, and I think that I need to give it a fair shot. I've got 2 days left, today and tomorrow, before they repossess my truck. If I can make $400 before tomorrow, then I can call and pay my truck, because I have $300 from you guys. Do you see what I'm saying? So with the $400 that I can make stripping, and then the $300 that I've gotten donations this past 2 weeks, I could essentially put those together and pay for my truck. So I'm in another state. I'm going to try dancing at a club. We know every time I put myself in here, I end up spiraling. That's because God doesn't want me in these places. But what do you do? What do you do when how many job interviews have I done this week? Over 12. And I got 2 scheduled tomorrow and 1 this afternoon. And they won't hire me. I am unhireable. At a certain point, you just start to realize, listen, they ain't gonna fucking hire me. It's either my record or the lies. Once again, let's not forget that I was incarcerated for crimes that I did not commit. So it could be a combination of the job market, because there are no jobs. It could be, obviously, we have 1 million jobs missing. 818,000. I knew it was bad. That's why I was talking about it. Because I can't find a job. I can't find a job. People say, go to Ruby Tuesdays, go to fucking Applebee's, go to, and I'm like, those businesses are out of business. Yeah, they are. They're all going to be closed at the end of the year. Like, half of the places that people tell me to go are businesses that are either shutting down or have already shut down. We have half of our restaurant, not our fast food restaurants, but like the mediocre, medium, middle class restaurants like Applebee's, Wingstop, places like that. They're all closing. There is nowhere for me to get hired, baby. Like, nowhere. And this has been my experience for over a year. And when I bitch about these things in different forums, other people who are not convicted criminals, who did not go to jail for crimes that they did not commit, they're having the same problems that I'm having. So that tells me that I am super fucked. Okay? We got millions of Americans out here looking for work that are not criminals. They're going to be first in line for a job, baby. You know what I mean? So I've got to get to the back of the line, first of all. Second of all, if we just don't have the businesses that are up and running and working and operating, we just don't have any place to put people for a job. Do you get what I'm saying? The business has to be running in order to hire. So, and that's not what's happening. More businesses are filing for Chapter 11 and going straight up out of business than ever before. And I feel like we're living in the middle. For me, this has been a depression. I've been through some rough things in life, but a month ago when I sat for 4 days and went without food, yeah, this is a depression for me. And everybody just walks around like la-di-da-di-da. It's just crazy that now we're starting to hear the truth. And Fox News, listen, y'all know last year when I was a fucking lefty, fucking Fox News, I hated it. I hated Fox News. I mean, I hated them. Now they're out here doing the damn Lord's work because they were the one that came in with this revision stating, hey, wait a second, the Biden-Harris administration is lying again. Go figure. Do they do anything besides lie? I don't think so. I don't think they... listen here. How much you want to bet that when Trump gets in that office, the first 6 months that he's in office, we are going to start finding out all of this information about the lies that this Harris and Biden administration has put before us over the past 4 years. Just wait for all of the new information to drop out of the White House about the lies of the fucking left that they've done for the past 4 years. Just wait for it. Mark my words. Just remember, I said it here first. We are going to find out so much shit when he gets in office. They have been lying to us. They have fake numbers. I mean, here's the thing. That's what I was going to say about a person's character. If somebody will lie to you, to your fucking face, bold-faced lie to you, they will cheat on you. They will rob you. They will continue to lie to you. That shows you a person's character. If they will lie, they will cheat. If they will cheat, they will scheme. That's how that works. Bad people are just bad people. They don't have a conscience. They don't give a fuck that they're lying to your face. They just hope that you take the lies. And it seems like most of this country have accepted these lies for a very long time. And now all of these bits of information, these little Easter eggs are coming out. And we see, oh, wait a second. The economy is worse, way worse off than we initially thought when it comes to the job market. And I've been saying it for how many months? Because I'm out here in the job market looking for a job. If they will lie to you, they will cheat on you, they will scheme on you, and they will kill you. Yeah, they don't care about you. I just hope that people wisen up, because this is scary. I mean, this is literally scary. I mean, we're going to fall straight into communism if he does not get into office. That's what they want. They've already killed the middle class. Who's stopping them? Who's stopping them? Not you or I. We have no control over it. We're going to be an innocent bystander that's caught in the crosshairs of all the fucking craziness if she gets into office. And here's the thing, you guys. We all know that they lie in the polls. Half of the polls is straight lie. There's no way that she went from a 2% favored to a fucking 50-something% favored. It's bold-faced lies. They're telling you that so that you have no faith in Trump, so that you go and vote for her. Don't fucking fall for it. Just show up and vote for him, please. If you even have an inkling in your heart, why am I voting for Harris? Why would I vote for her? Why do I like her? That's those questions you need to be asking yourself. And then if you think for a moment that Trump is racist or sexist or any of that, go find old videos of him. Google, you can find them on YouTube, 90s videos of Trump and a maid, or 90s videos of Trump hiring people of color. You'll find them, baby. There's thousands of videos. This is not a racist man. This is definitely a man that... Trump, he's definitely a guy that was a philanderer. He liked women. Okay, can you blame him? He's a fucking 30-year-old playboy 30 years ago, you know? Can you blame him? You know, he had money. He was living his best life. He was seeing hookers, and he was... Listen, everybody has a fucking past, okay? That doesn't make him a rapist. And matter of fact, Stormy Daniels has come out and said that their interactions were great. So, you know, I think that he is another person like Russell Brand, another person, what was that other guy's name? Shit. They were all man whores when they were young, and then they grew up. And ain't it great to see how they've turned over a new leaf and they've become new people? Russell Brand has did a complete 360 in the face of the man that he used to be. And I love that for him. I absolutely do. I love that Russell Brand has turned his life around, that he left drugs, that he left alcohol, that he realized that he was problematic, that he realized that he was a womanizer. He realized that he was not respectful to the women that he was dating. And he changed it. And that's what you're supposed to do. And I think that Trump has done that too. I do believe that both of them were living the high life, and, it happens, especially at that age. So, I don't believe that Trump has an ill bone in his body to do anything bad for the U.S. economy. I think that it's quite the opposite. Since watching him get shot, he's a whole new man. I don't know if you can see it. Here's my theory. I think that you have to have God in your heart to be able to see him in raw form. Does that make sense? I really do. Because after him getting shot, I literally, especially when he walked into the DNC arena the day, 2 days after he got shot, y'all, literally, it's like a light is over him. You can't tell me that he's not front and center. You can't tell me that God doesn't want him in office. It is very clear that this is not about Biden or Trump. This is about good and evil. Our country is going to just fucking crumble into communism if she gets into office. It's already halfway there. Look at what they did with the vaccine. And now we got monkeypox going around that they're not telling y'all about. And I'm going to tell you why they're not telling you. Because they want you sick. They want you sick. They want to be able to come to you with a vaccine and say, oh, this is for monkeypox. We know you've been suffering for a year. Here, we can give you this. It's fucking disgusting to let people get sick and hurt themselves just so you can make a profit. Yeah, ever since he got shot, he's a whole different person. His personality is different. You can actually see, he seems like he's really genuinely bothered about all of this craziness. He just looks like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders. I'm talking about Trump. He seems like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders, and I'm sure he does. Imagine being faced with all of the evil from the left and knowing that if you do not get into office, that it is over for the American people for good. Y'all so worried about him becoming a dictator. You need to be worried about that bitch becoming a dictator, because that's what she wants. Y'all so damn. Here's the thing though. Y'all know who's voting for Harris? I'm ashamed. You know who? Women. Women and children. That's who's voting for Harris. People who still live at home with mom and daddy. People who have more than enough money to burn through. And jobs to make more money at. It's not the people that are actually struggling that have a brain that is voting for Harris. Harris wants you hungry and homeless, baby. They do. That way they can control you. See, it's like an abusive ex-boyfriend. They'll give you the illusion of freedom. They'll give you a little apartment over town and food every month and WIC when you have a baby. But your government will never do anything to actually help you. You'll never have enough money to open your own business, buy your own house. See, that's how they get you. They give you the illusion of freedom. When you could be out here helping yourself. You could be out here feeding yourself. You could be out here being a business owner. You could be out here getting educated. But they don't want you to do that. Because then you might start thinking for yourself. You're a sheep. You're a sheep. They want you to sit in Section 8 housing with your hand out, waiting on your benefits every month. And they want your vote. For you turning into a sheep. Once again, I do believe that once he gets back in office, there's going to be tons of information coming out about all the lies from the left. I would hope that they would finally lock Biden's ass up, but I don't think that he'll ever face any punishment for anything he's done. But we have learned a lot from this past 4 years, and I think that there's a lot of people that are going to fight to put new laws in order to prevent this from happening again. Sorry, I'm trying to get trash up. Ate a lot of trail mix last night. No wonder my stomach hurts. Ate 2 bags of nuts and sugar-free chocolate. wasted grapes. Yeah, it's just crazy to me how I could see from a distance how I couldn't find work. I've been to job after job after job after job. You know, there's some days where I've done upwards of 10 interviews in a day. Do you know how complicated that is? Oh, man. And how devastating it is to hear no. No, we can't hire you. No, you don't qualify. No, your criminal record. No. For most Americans, hearing that 50 times would be enough to destroy them emotionally and send them into a fucking depression where they're spiraling. And they just give up. They just give up. And before you know it, you see this guy over here on the street living on the sidewalk. And he has completely given up because 2 years ago, he went to look for a job. And every single person told him no. And he couldn't find work, so he lost his house. Then he lost his car. Then he lost his storage shed where he was paying a utility bill to keep all of his personal property stored. This is my life that I'm talking about. I'm talking about it like third person, but I'm putting into words what I'm going through. You know what I mean? Like, this is how this happens. When you have the will to work, but there are no jobs. There are no jobs. And that has been my experience for over a year. So we're going to strip today. I've worked at this place before, about 10 years ago. I remember that I got a bartending position and I went to my manager and was like, hey, this is going to be my last week dancing because I got hired as a bartender at another establishment. Do you know that they fucking fired me on the spot? Welcome to the world of stripping, where your professionalism gets you fired. Yeah. I went and I said, hey, just want to let you know this is going to be my last week dancing. I got hired in Greensboro to bartend. And he said, this is going to be your last night dancing then. So this is the environment. I'm telling you this to let you know the environment that I'm walking into at 6 p.m. Where a 2-week notice gets you fired instantly. What? Listen, I was the only reliable dancer that you had on time every single day. I just wanted to let you know that you were not going to have me here every single day anymore. And he got butthurt and fired me on the spot. But that's better than getting fired for refusing to buy drugs from the bouncers and have sex with customers. That happened a year later. I went to Jacksonville. It's called Emperors of Jacksonville. Listen. They pulled me into the office after my first week there. He says, what's your problem? And I had my camera rolling. I got the video somewhere. We can watch it one day. You can hear it. And I said, I don't have one. And he says, well, you act stuck up. Like you got to stick up your ass. I'm sorry that your lack of understanding for class, you know, like, no, dude, I don't have a stick up my ass. If I seem that way, it's because I have class and, you know, I hold myself to a different standard. Listen, you can't explain yourself to these people. It doesn't matter. They don't care about you. But anyways, he says, this was at Emperors of Jacksonville. He says, yeah, we're going to have to let you go. I said, is this about yesterday? And he says, yes, it is. So what had happened the day before was there was a customer that came in that got a dance from me that kept trying to pull my panties off of my body. And I went and got the bouncer and said, hey, you need to get this guy out of here. I've done told him 6 times to leave my underwear alone. And he wouldn't throw the guy out. I said, that's fine. I'm just going to go home for the day. This is probably a sign from God that I don't need to be here. So I go to leave for the day, and then I get back the next day, and they pull me in the office and tell me that I'm being a hard time because I won't suck dick for money and buy drugs from their bouncers in the club. And I said, at this point, this is when the camera comes on. I said, wait a minute. You're firing me because I won't do drugs and fuck customers for money? And he says, yeah. So this is the world of dancing. And this is why I talk about these things. Because people don't realize how bad it is. I hate it. I hate it so bad. Ah, people suck. You know, and these owners and managers of these clubs, they look for vulnerable women, young girls who are not educated, young girls that have drug problems, young girls that don't know nothing about life. The younger, the better. That's the attitude that they have in these establishments, and it's absolutely disgusting. Now, this place, Emperors of Jacksonville, this is the club where the FBI called me the day after I quit. So apparently, listen, I can't tell you what the FBI told me, but I can tell you public information that they told me. So apparently a few years back, these club owners started hiring girls right out of high school that were still going to high school. The FBI raided the place, finding out that they were running underage girls out of a strip club. And here's the thing, honey. If they were trying to force me to sell my ass, imagine what they did to those young girls who were in fucking high school. If they will do this to a 35-year-old woman, imagine what they will do to an 18, 17, 16, 15-year-old girl. It's crazy. So they were already busted for running underage girls out of a strip club multiple times. How they're still open, I'll never understand. Apparently, the FBI thinks that they still have some involvement in this, because the FBI rang me the day after I quit, and they said, hey, what do you know? What did you witness when you were there? What is this about? What? Are you sure this is the Federal Bureau of Investigation? It was. It was, baby. It was. And I was just like, what the fuck? Literally one of those, like, here's your signs moment. Like, Jesus does not want you in here. If you were at a strip club and you were dancing and you have a guy that does anything wrong to you, do not take it. You don't have to take it, baby. That's not how this works. You punch that fucker in the face. Do you hear me? Punch that fucker in the face. I'm sick of these strip clubs not protecting the girls. So protect yourself. Punch him square in the face. You done told him 6 times to stop trying to pull your underwear down. Turn around and cold cock his ass. I bet he won't do it again. So, they don't protect the dancers like they used to. And that's part of the problem that I've tried to make an exit out of this. Because it is literally your job. That is what I pay you for. That is why you're getting half of my fucking income, is to protect me, make sure that I'm safe, make sure this guy doesn't kill me in VIP and just leave my dead body back there. Like, you know, they don't even know how to do their jobs anymore. Why am I paying you large amounts of money to protect me? And then when I come to tell you, hey, this guy keeps trying to finger my boo hole, you won't even kick him out. Don't work for nowhere like that. And if you're a dancer, don't be. This shit sucks. It's for the birds, baby girl. Them people don't give a crap about you. But to be fired because I refuse to do drugs. This is what I'm talking about when I say that I get punished for being sober. I cannot believe that you know, it just, once again, the whole Hodge twins thing with the guy dropping that, it just reinforces in my mind that I need to be doing this. Oh, God. Here comes the sun, little darling. You know, it's funny because Tim Waltz gets up at the DNC last night and he says that people on the right are weird. He did. I was folding laundry in the laundromat, y'all, and I'm trying to be quiet and mind my business, but y'all know I'm loud. So I was so grateful when I looked up and realized that I had the whole laundromat to myself, okay? Because they come on there and they put Tim Waltz up on there and he's like, yeah, we have to fix this problem. People on the right are being weird. People on the right are just weird people. What? Not Allegedly, a bunch of fucking sex traffickers calling people on the right fucking weird. Allegedly. What? Here's the thing. Something that I've started to notice is that the Harris-Biden administration, they tell on themselves. They do. They tell on themselves. Look at how they shift blame, and it's really them that's doing it. They're projecting. They're projecting. Sometimes people just don't pay attention, y'all. There's just stupid people everywhere. Sorry, I got this guy beside me. When there's thousands of parking spaces around me, once again, every day. Anyways, I've noticed that they will say, like, oh, Donald Trump's a pedophile, but they're the ones that are actually trying to harm children, you know? Releasing all of these pornographic books into school, hiring teachers that are teaching our children about gender studies and bullshit, stuff that's not even real. Let me be clear. That is not even a major. That is not even a degree. Like, what is gender studies? It's some bullshit that was made up by some leftist fucking teacher that they just turned into a fucking degree. And this is why your degree for marketing is worthless. Do you get it? Do you get it? Yeah, that makes your degree worthless. Because we have all of these fake. I literally saw a girl say that she did 4 years of critical race theory and got a fucking degree for critical race theory. And this is why your degree for engineering is worthless. Oh, but the left, they project big time. You know, anything that the left says that Trump is doing, you best believe they're actually doing it. Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro. This whole situation. Blair went out and did some street polls. If you don't know who Blair is, she's one of my favorite people. Blair White, love her. And, you know, she's a trans woman. She's biologically a male, but she has had a lot of cosmetic surgery done. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, you know, and I have a lot of respect for Blair because she lives in reality. She's out here doing the Lord's work. She genuinely cares about this country. She is a right-wing, gun-toting trans woman. And I love that for her. You know, that's what we want to see. People who are living in reality that don't want to harm our children and they don't want to brainwash our children just so they can have access to our children at a later time to sexually exploit them. Because it all goes hand in hand. Those books in your children's school. Oh my God, I was about to drink this. That would have been really bad. Those books in your school are by design. Those teachers are by design. They want to ruin this country. And they've done nothing for 4 years. Nothing but make things worse. Give money to fucking Ukraine and Moldova and everywhere else while we have Americans on our soil suffering. We have Americans that are homeless. We have whole families living in cars. 1 million people are living in their cars because they can't find housing. Do you think Joe Biden or Kamala Harris has ever had to worry about food insecurities? Housing insecurities? Financial insecurities? You think they've ever had those problems? Nope. Nope. But you know who has? Trump. Yeah. He lost everything. He lost everything. And he lost everything. And I've lost everything. And it's not a good feeling hopeless because everything has been taken from you. But I have more faith in that man than I've ever had in any political candidate. Hands down, there's just something about him that I see now. Like I said, after they tried to kill him, they did. After they tried to kill him, he just seems so different. He seems humbled. He seems like himself, but revised. You know, like more refined. And does anybody else see this too? After he got shot, that he is more I don't know. Of course. I don't even know why I have the comments. Like, here I am thinking that freaking people are going to say something interesting. So, yeah, I think that he's a brand new man because of this incident. And then we find out all of the shooter details. Now all of the information starts to come out. And this is what I mean that when I say that it's probably going to be about 4 years, maybe 5, before we even know everything, all of the bad stuff that the Harris and Biden administration has done. It's going to take a while. But once he gets back into office, every day it's going to be another news report on something that bad that we are finding out that the Biden administration done. They have fucked this country up so bad, it might take decades to fix it all. And the most fucked up part is that they did all of this just to line their pockets with money. That's the whole purpose. To get rich. Quick. They did it. They did it. My bed has really been bothering me. It's kicking out from the wall. You see how it's kicking out from the wall? These are my window covers. They're working amazing, you guys. We made these the other day. I do this, and then I do sheet in the back. I can wash those. It's kind of hard to put the sheet up front because the window is kind of slanted. I've tried, and it's a pain in the ass. So I just do this, and then I slide these in behind my bed. But you see how my bed is kicking out from my wall right here? You see there's like a foot of space, a half a foot. I have to like pick the mattress up, shove it in the corner. Like, hold on, I'm about to show you. I have to like pick it up, shove it down. And then push it down in there. So this is a 12-inch memory foam bed in a box that I got from Walmart. Best $200 I ever spent. Ever. I love me some Walmart. Walmart, sponsor me. But I've had it for almost 2 years. And this bed is very comfortable. I cut it down to size to kind of manipulate it in here, you know. There's tons of space back here. You can't really tell. Maybe when I get a new camera, you guys will be able to tell how much space I actually have back here. Because it looks like I don't have a lot of space. But if I put my legs out, I have more than enough space. Just a lot of freaking hair, man. Always hair. So when I lay down, I've got about a foot down there. And I lay in an angle anyways when I sleep. I'm like, more than enough room. More than enough room. We might end up having to make some more of these because these are starting to shrink. You see so I cut peepholes in the top so that I can be nosy. You need that because living by yourself, you just have to pay attention to your surroundings. But I need to make some new ones because the heat has caused these to shrinking. And as you can see over here in this corner, it's just shrinking and shrinking, baby. I didn't know that heat could make paper shrink, but it has. So, I have one big one for the front window. I flip it inside out because it's very girly. I lived in Jacksonville for a year during the Florida heat. So I tried to move to Florida 2 years ago. I wanted to move down there and just start a whole new life. I tried, at that point, 2.5 years of sobriety in North Carolina, and it was not going well for me. My life was just falling apart. At that time, I hadn't really took a look at the economy. I was still self-centered and not paying attention to what was going on in the world and around me. And I didn't understand that it wasn't my fault that my life was crumbling. It was the Biden administration's. I'm just being honest, And I moved to Florida, and I made a whole new group of friends at this bar that I was working at. And things were good for about 9 months. And then my AC broke. And I said, well, I guess I'm going to have to go home to my house because I own a house in North Carolina. The thing is that I never switched the deed over into my name. This is why you don't make business deals on drugs. You know, but I got this bed when I moved to Florida, and I've had it since. It's been a great bed. When I made friends in Florida, those friends were very liberal friends, and I think that it's the first time in my life that I realized that this was a serious issue. Every person that I met in Florida, in Jacksonville, will be voting for Harris. And that's absolutely crazy. And thank God none of these people have children, you know? But it's just, I met people like that, and then it made me want to talk about these things. I'm like, why would people vote for Biden? I didn't understand it. I couldn't see it. Why? He's completely, you know, deranged. Like he's not there. His dementia or whatever he has, he's not there. Why would you vote for him? And it didn't make any sense to me. And then that sparked my interest in these things. And then here we are 2 years later, and I'm completely obsessed with the lies of the left. Completely obsessed. I just don't understand how you can fool this many people this easily. That tells you that we're getting dumber as a country. Watch these street polls. These people out here, Blair goes out yesterday. She posted a video. Blair went out and talked to a bunch of people. And something that was very telling to me is that all of these people say that they're going to vote for Harris, but if you ask them what policies they like that she's implemented, they can't tell you a single policy. So they're a bunch of idiots voting for an idiot. And they're voting based off of popularity. It's like high school. Like, oh, she's the cool kid. Let's vote for her. She'll be the first. Like, that is so stupid. Do you not realize that you are the reason that this country is being ran in the ground? If you're voting for this bitch, you are part of the problem. And this election is literally do or die. Like, this country cannot survive another 4 years. It will not survive another 4 years. If she gets into office, we are going to be in fucking war. And everything is going to get 10 times worse. Like we are not even going to be a country anymore. It will fall completely into shambles, and we will forever be screwed. It's no fixing it. America's done. And that's what they want. They absolutely want that. For money. For power. For control. Scary stuff. Scary, scary times. So when I was living in Florida, I met all of these people that were like in these polyamorous relationships, and everybody was drinking and everybody was partying, and I watched my friends kill themselves essentially. You know, they're sitting there, they're drinking large amounts of alcohol, and then they're going home and having fucking orgies with their friends. And then they wonder why they're not happy. Well, Susie, you've done handed your body out like grandma's candy dish 10 times this week. I can only assume that that's why you feel empty inside. You would think that, you know, people with master's degrees would be able to assess this in their own lives and say, hey, wait a second, I'm drinking because I'm giving my body out to too many people. I'm giving my body out to too many people because I'm drinking. And when you tell somebody, hey, girl, I'm worried about you. I think you need to stop drinking, and I think you need to separate yourself from all of these men and other women that you've been sleeping with. Then you're the bad guy for trying to save your friend who's killing herself. Yeah, we don't talk to them anymore. I remember we had this Memorial Day party, and I ended up house setting for my friends. They went to Florida. They went to like Disneyland, Epcot or whatever, Ocala. Okay, they went down there for the week to Ocala, 4 of my friends. So I stayed back and house set for them, right? I still love them to death, even though they're going to vote for Harris. I still love them, you know, and I always will. They were great friends to me, and they're still my friends. But at the end of the day, I learned a lot from these experiences the year that I was in Florida last year. I was watching their house, and we ended up, when they got back the following week, we ended up having a Memorial Day party, which was cool. I mean, we fucking cooked. I mean, there was just food everywhere. We had a great time. But I remember being in their kitchen, and this guy said to me, he says, you're from North Carolina. He's like, you're not a Trump supporter, are you? And back then, remember, I didn't like Trump. I never liked him until this year. I said, no, of course not. He's a sexist pig, blah, 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 blah. Something that I probably had heard someone else regurgitate. Thank God I wasn't a Trump supporter back then, because I probably would have been jumped in that house. Seriously, they probably would have jumped me and beat the hell out of me and left me in the driveway bleeding to death. So everything happens for a reason at the perfect time. Let me tell you, okay? Thank God. I said, no, of course not. He's a sexist pig. Fast forward 9 months. You're an idiot if you don't vote for him. I think that when you're surrounded by a bunch of people that are saying things, you're too scared to like question what they're telling you. But that's also why you see when these lefties are asked questions, they have complete meltdowns. You know, they're not able to tell you why Trump is so bad. They just regurgitate the same things that another person has said, which is not true. You know what's crazy? Kamala's the racist one, honey. Y'all were too blind to see that bitch is a racist? She absolutely is. She absolutely is. So is Joe Biden sitting down eating fried chicken with people. What the fuck are you trying to say? It's right in front of everybody's faces, but everybody is too stupid to recognize the lies of the left. Kamala and Joe, they're the racist, honey. Allegedly. Allegedly. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to go in the gym and work out. I need a new gym bag bad. I guess I'll just use this one for now, the Juicy Couture one. Yeah, this will work good. Clean clothes. Clean clothes. Stay close to me. Don't get dirty. This red wine. Rendition of Clean Clothes. My dad used to do that all the time. I kind of miss that. He would like a funny song, like a song, any kind of song. Like even the ABCs, he would turn into a funny jingle. You know, he would like switch the words around and turn it into whatever he was doing. Like if he was cleaning, then he'd sing about cleaning. If he's changing oil, then he'd turn the song into oil changing song. You know what I mean? Y'all ever change the words? So I told you guys that I used to do like a bunch of talent competitions and stuff when I was a kid. And my mother wrote a song for me by Shania Twain. It was Honey, I'm Home and I've had a bad, Honey, I'm Home and I've had a bad day. Pour me a cold one and oh, by the way. So my mother changed the words to Mama, I'm Home, like from school. And it was Mama, I'm Home. I had a bad day. She changed the words though, and I sang it for a talent competition, but that's what I'm talking about. I can't remember the words, but she turned the words around. Instead of like, Honey, I'm Home, it was Mom, I'm Home, and from school. And you know where Shania Twain says, this could be worse than PMS? My mother wrote, this could be worse than a PE test. So everything was pertaining to school. My mother helped me rewrite the song for a talent show, and it was so good, you guys. It was hilarious, and, you know. But this is why I was my music teacher's favorite. I loved her. She literally was one of the best people in my childhood. She just always encouraged me, you know. And I didn't get that a lot growing up because I was a troubled kid. So I was constantly fighting in and out of juvie, foster care. So it's a miracle that I'm even remotely a decent person. Because my background, I should be in prison for the rest of my life. And if it were not for money, I would be still in prison. Which is not fair. I've told you guys that I hold a lot of guilt over my sentencing, that I feel guilty for my crimes, that I feel like I should still be in jail Like, why, you know, spending $80,000 on an attorney to get you off is absolutely doable. And that's what I did. Unknowingly, but that's what I did. I turned a 24-year prison sentence into a 3-month prison sentence and years of probation. I would go on to violate probation because I had a drug problem. And serve, you know, a total of almost 5, 6. I was doing the math the other day. I've served a total of 8 years. So I've done a total of 8 years. 5 of those in maximum security prison. 3 of those in and out of juvie. So it is a miracle that I am a decent person, because the cards have been stacked against me my whole life. Alright, so I'm just going to wear a white sports bra, some pants, but I got to find a shirt because we don't walk around like a slut. Only when it's hot and we have to. I got underwear, socks, bra, shorts. I need like a long t-shirt. I want that mushroom shirt. I don't think I've washed it yet, but we'll smell it and see if it's half clean. If it is, I'm just going to wear it. Yeah, it's been getting cold here. This is one of my dressers. Since everything's folded and neat in here, I'll show you this one. The other one looks like so rough. I might need this jacket this morning because it's cold out there. So let's do a Carhartt. Oh, I want the orange one. Yeah, that'll match those shorts. Those orange Nike shorts. This will match this perfect. Sweet. It's just a Carhartt shirt. It's long sleeve. I work out in big old pump shirts. I don't like to, listen, I don't care that I was a stripper for 20 years. That's not who I am, baby. I'm a woman with class and couth. And unless it's 100 degrees outside, I usually stay pretty covered. However, it's been so hot that it's torture living out of your car. So I've been dressing in thin stuff that's comfortable. So when I'm in bed and stuff, I'm not uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, and people, like, they're like, oh, you dress like a slut. No, it's 120 degrees outside with the heat index. I got a black truck with blacked out windows, so it turns into a fucking toaster oven in here. When I tell y'all that my air is all the way down on the lowest setting, and it's still hot back here. The air just does not get back here, okay? And it's a black truck. It's a black Chevy Z71, and it just gets hot, baby. That heat, people don't understand. I can't wait till one day when I build my house, I'm gonna freaking have a new wardrobe. I can't wait to be able to dress like I have some sense, because for the past 2 years I have dressed like a bum because I live out of a car. It sucks. And there's so much hair everywhere. It sucks. But it's okay. This is temporary. This is a learning lesson. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if God wanted me to experience this so that I can help people in my exact situation at a later time. I don't know. But I do know that after yesterday, doing those numbers with you guys and just talking about the businesses that are closing, the businesses that are filing for Chapter 11, as soon as I got off the phone with y'all, I went to YouTube. And, well, I was on YouTube. The first thing that popped up was the Hodge twins with the Fox report. And you know, that just solidified in my mind, like, this is what you want to be doing, Brooke. This is what you need to be doing. You're on the trail. You're hot on the trail. You just need to get better at what you're doing, you know? So I knew something was fucking fishy. And I couldn't understand why they weren't telling us that all of these jobs were missing. It's because they don't want you to panic. They're lying to you. But I love you guys. I'm going to run. I'm going to get in here and do some workout. We'll probably do a talk at 2, but it'll be a short one, maybe like 20 minutes. I really don't have a lot of plans today except for fill out job applications online and get ready for this interview tonight. He wanted me to come in last night, and I was just like, dude, I am 3 hours away. I said, and I'm doing laundry. I said, what if I come tomorrow? Is that okay? He said, absolutely. I said, well, I will be there when you open. He sounded surprised that I said that. So that tells me that he has girls that are not showing up to work on time, which kills your business. Because what happens is these guys come in ready to party, have a couple beers, see some titties, and there's no girls. And so the next time that they're in the area and they want to do the same, they don't even come to your club because the last time they were there, they didn't have any girls. Do you see? So between the baby strippers, the customers, and the club itself, the industry is a dying industry where you are not respected. You are a number. You are a sheep. And you're treated as such. You know, it sucks. It really does. But I have to give this a fair shot because I want to keep my truck. I do. I need my truck. I don't know what I'm going to do. I literally will be walking down the road with all of my personal property. I don't have anyone to call because everyone that I know is in active drug use. And I've worked so hard for the past 4 years to isolate myself out of that community. I don't want to be around anyone that has a known drug problem. I saw a lady at the Planet Fitness high the other day, and I made a mental note to stay away from that. Don't be hanging out with her. That's what you have to do in recovery. And it is a very, I don't want to say a lonely life. It's definitely a peaceful life, okay? I got more peace now than I've ever had. I have more happiness now than I've ever had, which is crazy because I'm literally homeless, about to lose the only thing that I have to house me. And I still have more joy and peace in my heart than most. But maybe that's why God is putting me through this, so that I can learn to appreciate I have, or maybe, you know, I don't know, but I do know that I have spent thousands of dollars looking for a job, and I'm exhausted looking for a job. And there comes a point where you have to put your foot down and say, nope, I'm not driving an hour for an interview just to be told, no, that'll cost me $100. I can't do it. I did it for the first 6 months, and I can't do it anymore. But we'll talk this afternoon. I hope you guys have a good Thursday. Y'all stay safe out there. Pray for me because God knows I need it. And I'm praying for you guys. Bye, y'all. Maybe.